Hey guys, good morning. My name is Matthew Alcober and welcome to the video. And I hope you have an amazing day as well. So right now in this video, we will talk about the PREMEDITATO MALORUM. And I know, PREMEDITATO MALORUM, some kind of Latin shit. No. Sa mga hindi nakakaalam, I will explain it on a step-by-step basis mamaya along the video. So right now, tapos na tayo mag-coffee syempre. And kakagising lang natin obviously. Pero ayun, nag-film na ako ngayon. Pero bago tayo mag-dive in sa PREMEDITATO MALORUM, magme-meditate muna tayo and at the same time, mag-journaling. We're back at journaling guys. Matagal tayo nag-stop sa journaling kasi we're focused on meditating and working out to the point na hindi ko na nasisingit yung journaling. Pero right now, babawi tayo and kailangan natin na-exercise tong journaling habit na to, na ipasok sa habit na to dahil healthy to be honest. So, with that said, mag-journaling muna ako and mag-meditate. Tapos na rin ako mag-coffee. So, 1, 2, 3, let's go!
Oh. Oh, fuckers.
Guys, tapos na tayo mag-meditation and at the same time, tapos na rin tayo mag-journaling. The last few days, hindi ako nakakapag-journaling and last week rin as well because I was so focused on meditating and working out. At nawala sa isip ko yung sa journaling because I cannot focus fully pagka mag-journaling ako. Minsan, yung isip ko blanco, I don't know what to write. Then, hanggang sa nakita ko na hindi ko pala alam kung ano yung full meaning and purpose ng journaling. And at the same time, naubusan rin ako ng mga ideas. And right now, I am studying Stoicism so deeply and dun kay Marcus Aurelius, nalaman ko na he was doing some journaling too. And nalaman ko yung mga certain type of questions, certain types of techniques, kung ano yung isusulat doon sa journaling on the blank page to practice your mental strength. So, ayun, right now, we're gonna discuss and dive into the topic to the PREMEDITATO MALORUM. So guys, the PREMEDITATO MALORUM actually means negative visualization. And negative visualization is a mental exercise to mentally prepare you against all adversities and what could go wrong along the way as you live your life. And negative visualization is a mental practice that is used by the ancient Stoics and at the same time the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius was the last of the 5 good emperors in Rome, and he uses negative visualization as a mental practice to prepare himself for the adversities and the negativities, the criticism, the judgment that comes along his way and not be affected by it. There is a quote from the ancient Stoics that says, being a Stoic doesn't mean that you're emotionless, but rather being a Stoic means that you are unaffected by such emotion. And malaking impact to sa akin as I meditate and realize that quote at nalaman ko na either I feel sad, either I feel angry, either I feel anxious or depressed, I learn to counter fight, sabihin na, di ko alam kung ano yung term na yun, those type of emotion, and to use that negative emotion as a test to my strength, to my patience, and at the same time test for my self-control. But before we dive in more on how to do the negative visualization, isasama ko muna kayo sa aking home workout. Siyempre, hindi mawawala sa daily habits natin yan. Meditating, journaling, coffee, and at the same time, working out, baby. So, let's go. So, home workout, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Let's work out time. And alright guys, tapos na tayo kumain, maligo, and at the same time magayos-ayos at uminom ng multivitamins. So ayun, alam nyo na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Don't forget to drink your multivitamins or vitamins, and at the same time, also don't forget to drink your water as well. Para healthy and strong tayo from the inside and from the outside. Let's go, boom, boom, boom. So right now, we're gonna dive in sa topic natin. Right now, we have the polo and we're looking thick. So, flex. Hindi na makita masyado yung chest, pero let's go dive into the topic. So, kanina, tapos na natin pag-usapan ang ibig sabihin ng PREMEDITATO MALORUM, which basically means negative visualization. And negative visualization is a mental technique and a mental exercise to strengthen your mind against all adversities that will come in your way. And whatever, if things goes wrong, if things go sideways, alam niyo na ibig sabihin nun, para hindi kayo magwa-whine, hindi kayo magko-complain, and at the same time to prevent you from being sad and anxious. It is a mental strength used by the Stoics. Basically, it's not being sad and anxious na hindi mo nararamdaman yun, but rather, despite of you being sad and anxious, you have a mental strength to use that para sa overall growth mo and sa strength mo as well, because every pressure, every hardships, is a test para matest yung self-control mo, yung patience mo, and at the same time, yung mental strength mo. Paano nga natin itong gagawin tong negative visualization? Number one, came from the word itself, visualize. Visualize na if you're going to execute a plan, if you're going to execute a goal, a man must always be aware and at the same time expect resistance along the way. Na hindi lahat smooth sailing, lahat ay mahirap. All we have to do is first is to accept, adapt, and overcome. Let's say na nagpaplano ka para sa mga gagawin mo bukas. Then, negative visualization is to visualize kung what things could go wrong para bukas. It's either na may mangyaring ganito, may mangyaring ganyan. Hindi ko man alam kung ano yung specific na yun, pero depende sa certain type of situation na may mangyayaring resistance. Because you must be always ready pag nangyari yun. First is visualize. Yun yung main key sa negative visualization. This negative visualization can be applied in all aspects. Ito, for example, sa akin, I'm gonna give you an example. Pwede rin siya sa relationship sa akin. I know na, syempre, bati kami ng girlfriend ko, bate, okay. Then, at the same time, I visualize na there are times mag-aaway kami, misunderstanding, alam mo yung tipo, I will feel angry minsan, and minsan I will feel sad. Visualize ko na yung situation na yun. And at the same time, as I visualize that, visualize ko rin kung paano ko ma-overcome yun. How can I overcome it? By first being understanding, and at the same time, being the bigger person and let the emotions pass. Because emotions come and go. And napansin ko rin na, alam mo yun, most partners nag-aaway sila dahil the male is putting male logic sa female, samantalang yung female nakafocus siya dun sa emotional. Alam ko medyo off topic na to, pero isisingit ko lang. Male is rational, logical, direct. While the female is emotional, indirect. Hindi sila magmamatch or magko-collide, pero at the same time, they complement each other. So, as a man, your job is to off that rational mode, and at the same time, flip the switch from being the emotional mode and being the bigger person dun sa statement. Kumbaga, negative visualization helps me to say na despite of your complaining, despite of your emotional ups and downs, I am ready to forgive you, I am ready to understand you, and at the same time, despite na I feel angry sometimes, I will use that negative emotion, that anger, and I will use that anger, and that anger will not use me. Hindi lang to pwede i-apply sa relationship, pwede rin to i-apply sa job, and sa daily life mo, sa anumang aspects, itong negative visualization, because it's all about accepting and expecting resistance, and at the same time, finding a way how to overcome them. And now, step 2. Now natapos mo na i-visualize and know how to overcome them, step 2 is to accept them and not be self-destructive. Look at the glass half full, not half empty. What I mean by that, if ever hardships and if things go sideways come, wag mong isipin na it's always against you. But rather, that situation, that hardship, that pressure is a test para sa strength mo internally, to show your strength, to exercise your patience, to exercise your mental toughness, and at the same time, to give your gifts unto that situation and not be crushed by it, but rather, you crushed it. Let's say sa orange. Sa orange, bago mo ma-enjoy yung juice ng orange, a pressure must be applied first. So, same thing rin yun sa atin mga tao. Pressure helps us to grow. If there's no pressure, hindi tayo mag-grow. If there's no pressure, hindi tayo matututo. And at the same time, if there's no pressure, hindi tayo matututo maging resilient at ma-exercise yung perseverance natin. And now, the third and final tip. Number 1, you visualize. Tapos ka na mag-visualize on this certain type of situation and what could go wrong. Second is you accept it and not be self-destructive. You look at the glass half full and not half empty. And at the same time, the third and final tip is to take action. Yes, taking action. At hindi ko na to ma-explain pa deeply because the word says itself na take action. Take action despite sa mangyayari kong to. Dahil kanina you visualize it, tapos ka na mag-visualize, and now, hindi lang na mag-visualize ka lang forever, hindi ka lang mag-visualize lagi. At the same time, it must be balanced. After mag-visualize, there's a time to para mag-take ng action na. And take risk, whatever what happens. Isa lang example yung sa vlog ko ngayon. Dati, nahihirapan ako mag-decide kasi gusto kong mag-start ng sarili kong YouTube channel at mag-vlog. And dati, sobrang anxious ako na baka mamaya hindi nila magustuhan yung content ko, baka mamaya hindi ko masundan yung schedule ko pag mag-vlog ako. Then, hanggang sa naging anxious na ako at nagro-rotate ako sa mind ko lang at hindi ako nag-take action. Then as I breathe in and breathe out and sinabi ko na, you know what, screw this, I'm gonna take action. I'm gonna take action even though I fail, even though I make mistakes. Ang importante, I take courage, I take action, and at the same time, I'm learning every single day. Every single failures, every single mistakes, I learn. At that what separates you from the rest. Taking action. So ayun guys, those are the 3 ways on how to do negative visualization. Let's recap. Number 1 is to visualize. Visualize the situation if things go wrong and if things go sideways. But at the same time, i-visualize mo rin kung ano yung mga bagay on how you can overcome the situation na if things go sideways. Next, number 2 is to accept and not be self-destructive. Look at the glass half full, not half empty. Every hardships, every adversities, every pressure is an opportunity for you to be strong, to exercise your patience, strength, and mental toughness. Look at the glass half full, not half empty. Pangatlo is to take action. Don't just think about it. Don't just plan it. Take action because that separates you from the rest by taking action. Don't be afraid to fail once again. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Sinasabi ko rin to sa sarili ko. Siyempre, walk the talk nun as well. Don't be afraid. Because every mistakes, every failures, every pressure, every adversities, there are hidden opportunity, positivity, and strength and wisdom behind no sa negative na yan. So those are the ways: visualize, accept and not be self-destructive, and lastly, take action. So ayun guys, if umabot man kayo sa video na to, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share, and click subscribe button and click the notification bell to my channel. So ayun guys, stay safe dyan, huwag niyo pababayaan sarili nyo, keep going and keep growing. Keep going and keep growing. Yun ang gusto kong sabihin. So, stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy, and also, stay macho.